Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. So, in between episodes I was looking a bit at my gear and I think there's some upgrade potential. And I figured I haven't really shown how crafting works in this game, at least not in this series. So, gonna do that now. So here I'm talking with our blacksmith, who can make various items for us. So he can make relics, he can make all kinds of melee weapons. He can make guns, armor, and well, accessories and consumables. So that's things like jewelry, components that you can slot into your gear, and things you can actually consume. And at the end there are ether shards that you can use for further crafting. So the thing I'm gonna look at right now, I was looking and my body armor is a bit on the low side. It's 56 armor, while my pants are double that. So let's see if we can make something that's slightly better. So we gonna make some heavy chest armor, because I think we should have enough physique to wear this. So unfortunate that it doesn't show the requirements, so we will see. So let's hit the combine button. It's gonna cost us 2 scrap and some iron bits. And that gets us a yellow or a green body armor. And looks like we already have the heavy class that's level appropriate. Which is unfortunate actually, because that means that we can't craft upgrades. Okay, well that's too bad. So similarly we could have a look at boots. We could craft adept boots, but we need to be level 24 to equip them, so that's a bit of a waste. So let's see, heavy boots, can we make something better? Ooh, green ones. So again, 52 armor, so the boots we are currently wearing are actually the highest tier we can craft. But we got blue ones. So let's see, our current ones provide us with spirit and some bonus to cunning, 4%. So on 190, that's going to be about 6 or 7 points of cunning that we get currently. And if we exchange them, we get elemental damage, we get extra energy, we get some offensive ability, 3%. That's a percentage bonus. That's actually going to be about 14 points. It's not bad, it's good for to hit chance, crit chance and all that good stuff. And we have a 10% chance of a lightning retaliation. So what are we gonna lose anything as a result? We lose a little bit of cunning, but we can still equip our gear. Having a little bit of lightning retaliation is gonna be okay, but the increase in offensive ability and 93.9 chance to hit the overseer, and that's up from 93.4. So we gain 0.5% of chance to hit. Not stellar, but it's okay. This one I don't think is an upgrade, because I do value the resistance we get on our old armor. So is there anything else? Gloves, maybe. We have some heavy gloves that we can craft. Do we get 38 armor? That's particularly low. So crafting, turns out, is only relevant when you are kind of desperately low on gear. Actually have a look, make a sword, see how good the swords are. Swords are actually better. We gain a lot of damage from this one. We don't have enough cunning though. And I think we traded off some cunning by equipping new boots. So that gets us to 190 cunning, which is what we need. So actually the boots, it was not a strict upgrade, it was more of a side grade. So let's shift back so we can actually equip this iron longsword. Because it's very fast, it has good armor piercing. It does poison damage, it has bonus lightning damage, which we don't actually use. Physical damage converted to acid and some extra energy regen. So 2 out of the mods are useful for us, and it's just overall a bonus to damage. So let's equip this and make another one. I'm liking what I'm getting here. So extra electrocute damage, extra health and extra energy regen. So the mods we're getting on these swords are caster mods rather than useful mods. So let's try another time. Do we get something better? Ooh, blue one. Or not blue, green. Yes. Color def. I just say different colors than I see. So this is fire aligned, I suppose. Extra fire damage, extra cold damage, chance to freeze. Physical damage converted to fire, some extra spirit, some extra elemental resistance. Well, elemental resistance is always nice to have. And, creme de la creme, a 10% chance when we attack to launch a fireball. And given that this is a very fast attacking sword, this should result in lots of fireballs flying around. So we lose a little bit of damage compared to either sword. But the chance of having fireballs fly around is just too good to pass up. So I think we've been crafting enough for now. Just our iron bits are running very low. So let's have a chat with the quartermaster and sell him all the stuff we're not gonna use. And then let's get on with it. So that was crafting in a Grim Dawn. It's relatively straightforward. And it's a bit of a mystery what you get. Basically you're just simulating item drops. And you have a limited control over what you get. So let's see. Warden's Underground Transit. Let's see if we can find the next area. Because I think we have to make our way towards the laboratory. So I like how the explosions appear to occur quite often. Well, we're doing fire damage of course now, so. But it is one of the satisfying things of just seeing fireballs explode and all kinds of good stuff like that. Why are you throwing plague grenades to me? I don't like that, mister. So, let's head over this way. It's been long enough ago that I'm not quite sure if I have to go up here or down here, but something in my mind tells me that the later bits of this of the underground path here are leading up. So just going by that general sense of direction and hope it's right. And if I'm not, then well, we just clear more area, gain more XP, gain more gear. And there's not really a downside to being wrong in this case. Which is always good. Okay. A ribbon of ruin. That sounded rather dangerous for a ribbon. How can a ribbon be responsible or involved in creating ruin? Ribbons are supposed to be very innocent and for purifying things. Okay, that's it. Loot, lots of loot, lots of loot, lots of loot. And I'll just keep checking for secret paths. Walls like these often have secrets in them, but unfortunately not. There's a passage there though. The minimap hinted at it. Let's go through here. So when you use the teleport to actually move around, you briefly move through darkness, it almost seems like. So the light fades away while you move over to your new location. A sacrificial knife of a venom. Potentially useful, it's a knife. Though it's a sacrificial knife that's Sounds like it's a caster thing rather than a properly meant for melee type of affair. But well, let's have a look. Wait, I believe there might be a bug hidden there. Yeah. Boom. Now the bugs are gone. Okay, so we got poison and acid resistance. That's not a bad one to have. And more bugs. Okay. I suppose this is not the best place to sift through gear, as there are things about that want to kill me. For a change. No, can't I just have a level filled with kittens that you can just hug or something? That would be cute. Though arguably people will get so conditioned by this game to just kill anything that moves that even if there is a level filled with kittens, players will just kill first and ask questions later. Because they will assume that the kittens will be demonically possessed or something. Such is the unfortunate fate of kittens in this game. That's why I don't see kittens. It's all the other players. They already took care of them. Wow, that was a lot of loot. Hey. Plate bassinet of balanced steel. Hey, another one that grants us the 2% chance when we get hit to cast a ring of steel. We already have one on our shoulder pads. And this one is the same. I approve of this. So, see, extra pierce damage, check. Extra health, check. Pierce resistance, check. Let's equip it. Good. Let's see, we gun, we don't care. Crossbow, we don't care. Wicked looking hat. Well, unfortunately, we already have a... Well, it looks like a bucket on our head. Caster armor, we need more spirit for that. And it's caster armor. Sacrificial knife. Indeed, this is as bad as I was expecting it to be. This is all kinds of bonuses to acid and poison damage and some resistances, but it's very bad for our damage. And there's no piercing on it, which makes it less suitable for use. Hey, let's continue back into the level. Hello there, puppies. We should see the Ring of Steel kick in a bit more often. Each Ring of Steel has a 5-second cooldown, but of course there's 2 of them. Bit of scrap and a passage. Ooh, they are hurting. Let's make a tactical withdrawal here. Ooh, we got an ether bow. Whatever an ether bow is, it's blue, so it's good.
I can't do that yet.
So, ow! Stop hurting me. Dang it. You and your buddies. Now you've done it. Now I'm angry. Can I kill you all? Ah, there. Already fixed it. Good. Ether row. Ah, it's a mace. Don't care about maces. Sorry. Not a mace user. So, let's keep on running. Underground transit. Ooh, there is a ruined shrine over here. Forget it. We put some ether crystals in. Good, 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 good. We got a recipe for Spirit Bane ointment, which provides ether resistance. That's not bad to have, actually. It costs some ether crystal and raft stone, which I believe we can craft out of lodestones. Right. Let's keep on trucking. Okay, these guys are hurt, actually. I think I keep saying that though. But they really hurt. The hurt keeps increasing. I think level, no, but once you get into to level 17, 18, close to 20 basically is the time where probably some ether resistance is gonna be useful. Which unfortunately I don't have yet. Also, let's take that crystal cluster out, because they hurt quite a bit. Well, the upside is, of course, I mean, playing on veteran mode and I haven't died yet. Knock on wood or something. I don't actually have any wood nearby, so I can't knock on it. But it's about the general idea. Let's not jinx it. But still, just saying. This one's not actually interesting. Good. So far, pretty decent. And we hit level 19.
I can't do that yet.
Good. Couple of elemental guys in here. I saw a fury, that's fire. I saw a cold one. Okay, thought I could just overwhelm them, but maybe that's not gonna be the case. Okay, that's the fury, that's just the regular ones. Okay. Right, take out the crystals. Okay, that gets rid of some of the trash mobs. Well, quite a lot of the trash mobs actually. Okay, backstab this one. So they have debuffed me and poisoned me and all kinds of nasty things. That's one of the interesting bits about this game. There's just so many things you could potentially resist that it's hard to resist all of them. And as a result, it's way more difficult to build a very tanky character in this game than it is in other action RPGs. Right, let's dive into this. Okay. So, there can't go through here. Oh no, a cold one. Yes, get it. Might drop a frozen heart or something, which is what I need. Need more frozen hearts. I might actually have to plunder my conjurer for some crafting materials, so I could put things like frozen hearts on to reduce my freeze duration when I get frozen. Just as to boost my defenses a little bit. It's interesting how much of a difference there is between how much damage enemies inflict between rooms. The rooms with just these bone bags in them, they're pretty doable. If you get too many of these Dreadweave matriarch spiders, then damage spikes again. Same goes for special zombies. The cold ones, the furies, and those things. I got one. Got it. Burning that, the artillery. They die pretty quickly. Oh, crystals. They continuously debuff you. Okay. So I wish that the item pop-up labels were a bit larger, so it's easier to just click on items that you want to pick up rather than having to precisely hover over a couple of pixels. I think Path of Exile and Diablo both have larger labels, making it easier to pick up loot from the floor. At least that's how it feels. That's a lot of these guys. Okay. I should put you in between all of it. Go away. Go away.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. Potion. Was there? Oh no. You just had a debuff over your head. That's why you looked special.
Not ready.
He wasn't actually special. Sorry, you're not special. I think I need to take out some more crystals and other nasties.
Can't do that yet.
There doesn't seem to be an end to the regular zombies. Most of the time they come from somewhere. And when you take that somewhere out, the zombies disappear. Okay. Okay, I think I got most of them now. Oh, one more crystal. It's also good for crafting later on, of course. Killing all these crystals. Well, I think wrecking is probably a better word to use, because you can't kill something that's not alive. Hidden laboratory. Yeah, and we got a portal. Excellent. So, let's sift through what we just looted it. We got armor that's not as good, or a helmet that's not as good as what we just looted. These pants are downgrade armor-wise, so that's it. And another sacrificial dagger that I don't really care about. A ribbon. 12% physical damage, that's actually pretty decent. How much damage is that going to boost us? So we're now at 262 damage per second. And then it becomes 267. Oh well. All the little bits help, right? All we had to do was sacrifice a little bit of experience for that. Let's see, we leveled up. So that means potentially we could equip this one. So extra pierce damage, a bunch of extra health, which is going to be good for staying alive. And we gain pierce retaliation and a bonus to all retaliation damage. Price we pay is some cunning, some physique, some piercing damage, and some more resistance. And of course the ring of steel, which stuns. Is there... okay, but there's actually a physical reason we don't do this. Because we can't equip our weapon anymore. So this one just goes back into the stash along with Aether Bow. And then next up we'll check what the Mistwalker leggings do. I think they still look like an upgrade, so that's gonna be good. Let's see, leveling up. Devotion, I think we gained a devotion point. Yeah, let's do that first. So last time we completed the Assassin's Mark, which triggers whenever Bulgovian shears trigger with a crit. Yeah, we can't bind it to our standard attack. That's a bit of a downside here. So we'll just make do what we've got. So eventually I want to get the assassin, but in order to do that we need a little bit more affinity. We need 6 more purple and we need 1 more white. So is there an easy way to get purple and white? So this is going to get us a lot of purple. Let's see, physique and spirit, poison and acid resistance, extra to all damage, negative of less requirement, spirit requirement for weapons, which is a bit of a waste because we're not using spirit-based weapons, and some fatality resistance. It's not bad, but not great either. Let's see, Falcon is going to give us purple and green. Is there something that gives us more purple? So we only need 3 points. This is of course a very easy one to grab if we want it. The lion, 3 points to get some of the white stuff. Health and defensive abilities, spirit and health, bonus to all damage. And some pet bonuses which are a bit wasted, but meh. Okay, on the other hand, Dryad, poison and acid resistance, that's useful. Health and energy regen. Reduction in poison duration and bleeding duration, so those are defensive bonuses, not on offense, so those are good to have. Extra spirit and less spirit requirement for jewelry, and eventually we get the Dryad's Blessing. 33% chance on attack, and again it has to be bound to an attack skill. But we can actually bind that relatively easy to something like the Bolgovian Shears or the Quick Cuts, because they kick in often enough. And it kicks in every 8 seconds, 10-second duration. It does a health restore and a reduction in poison and bleeding duration. So this is not a bad one, actually. It's just a heal that kicks in on attack every once in a while. I mean, this is going to give us white points, which is actually pretty good. So let's start on the Dryad. I mean, it's very easy to respec these things, so for now I'm just going with what looks interesting, and if it doesn't work out or if I discover something better, it's easy to remap these points and get something else going. Leveling up, yeah, so 1 point here, and I'm just gonna put 1 more point in here to increase the healing we could receive and the health regeneration over time. Next level we gain another point of speed, which is gonna be useful. Let's just boost this one to the max as well. After we max this, we go back and we continue putting points into dual blades. And cunning, that's continues to be an issue. And I think that's gonna be it. Well, now that we have our cunning fixed, is it gonna be worth the trade-off? It's a possible trade-off at least, that's good. So, no Ring of Steel, but we gain some retaliation and we gain a bunch of extra health. I mean, 1529 becomes 1642, so that's 110 points of health that we effectively gain. And we can still equip everything we have. Also, it has more armor, which means it's basically better. Despite having a bit less resistance, we go from 35 down to 18. That's the only downside, but I think sacrifices have to be made, and blue gear is just cool to have. I'm gonna put this in the storage box and then we'll figure it out. So I'll do that on my own. So I thank you very much for watching. Next episode we continue further into the Warden's laboratory. But that's gonna be next episode. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.